Happening today, President Donald Trump will be in New London for the Coast Guard Academy's commencement, and we are currently awaiting his arrival here in our state.
And that will mean road closures and protesters lining the streets, as well as a memorable speech for a couple hundred graduates.
News 8's Kent Pierce is live outside of the Academy with those details and more. And Kent, are those protesters behind you?
Yeah, we've already got at least 100 protesters already on scene, and we're not expecting President Trump to arrive here for another hour and a half, and more are arriving every moment crossing the street to go join them. We're at basically the corner of campus here, but that's technically McKinley, a public park, so a peaceful assembly and peaceful protests are allowed there. There is a lot of police presence and Secret Service on scene as well. So there's a lot of security and a lot of protesters, and still a lot of time left before anything happens here. So we'll keep you updated on that. But let's not take anything away from the big day this is for the graduates themselves. The 145th commencement exercises for the Coast Guard Academy. And these cadets, they started out as swabs 4 years ago. They're going to leave today as ensigns in the Coast Guard. As part of their graduation, they'll hear a keynote speech from their commander-in-chief. Of course, that makes for a special, memorable day for the 200-plus graduates and their families. The Coast Guard has more than 1,000 boats, almost 200 aircraft securing almost 100,000 miles of shoreline. And even though it's now part of Homeland Security, it is still considered one of the service academies. And it's tradition that a president will be the keynote speaker at one of the 4 service academies in each of his 4 years in office. So we know the drill here in New London. Basically, Air Force One is going to land at Groton New London Airport, and then the president's motorcade will bring him here on streets and a highway that'll all be shut down while he's on them. Protesters are going to be out in force, so it's all a recipe for some very bad traffic. You've been warned, stay away from this part of Connecticut if you possibly can, as well as it being very noisy in this part of Connecticut right now. Only graduates, their guests, and a handful of media are allowed on the campus during the event, which is supposed to start at 11. The president's supposed to get here at 10:30. His speech is scheduled for 11 o'clock. We're in New London this morning. Kent Pierce, back to you.
All right, Kent, thanks so much. And we're being told Governor Lamont will not be there to welcome the president to Connecticut. But what about the Republican candidate for governor?
Will you meet with him?
I don't think there's any plans for that. He's I'm sure, very busy.
You're the GOP nominee. You're like sort of the head of the party now in many ways. Shouldn't you be there?
Well, I would love to be there to support the Coast Guard graduates.
Be sure to stay with us on air and online for this presidential visit.